Hi everybody. Today, having spoken a few times about different ways of opening bottles of champagne and sparkling wine, I thought we'd talk about the correct way to open one. I have a bottle of Mumm Cordon Rouge champagne here, and I thought we'd just go through the steps. First of all, I've had it in an ice bucket for a while now, so it's beautifully cold. To prepare an ice bucket, 2/3 of ice, fill it up with water, and the water gives better heat transference to actually cool it down. If you just have the ice in there, that doesn't work anywhere near as effectively. What are we going to do? We're going to start by taking the foil off there. Now, obviously, having it cool, again, is a safety thing. It reduces the effervescence of the bubbles slightly. So we've taken the foil off, and we have the muzzlet here, which is what keeps the cork constrained there. So people say 6 turns to this, but sufficient to do that. And once you've undone that, there's the potential that the cork might fly off. So I'm just going to remove that quickly. Some people like to leave it on there. Keep my thumb over there. We'll pop that away. Now, when you're opening a sparkling wine, keep it pointing away from people, because that cork could fly out. Keep your thumb over the top. And what you need to do, because as you can see, this is a composite cork, and you could break the top off it if you pull the cork. So you want to hold the cork firmly and then turn the bottle gently, and keep your thumb there to prevent the pressure from making the cork fly out. Slowly, with a quiet, you can open that, and it doesn't all foam because it's nice and cool. When you're pouring, I've got some nice big glasses here. Keep it at an angle, and that stops the effervescence. If you just pour straight down the glass, you'll get a fizz. As I was saying, Mumm Cordon Rouge champagne here. It's fairly standard non-vintage champagne. Don't really need to swirl actually, because the aromas are given out by the champagne anyway. The large glass helps the aromas. Mumm is quite a rich style, predominantly made from Pinot Noir, one of the black grapes of the area, so it has that weight and richness. So I would tend to serve Mumm more as a wine to go with food than as an aperitif, so with something chunky. It's typically for champagne, it's got lovely fresh acidity. There's a yeasty note. Mumm age their champagnes with the yeast in them for about 2 years, so as a result you can see very, very fine bead of bubbles rising there. I hope you can see. And what happens is that the yeast, while it's in the bottle, after the second fermentation that's gone on, the yeast breaks down, and that gives off sugars and proteins into the wine that gives it weight and richness, gives it some yeasty flavours, but also helps the bubbles stay small by affecting the surface tension. So you have very fine bubbles, and they stay in the wine for longer. If you have something like a Prosecco, which is aged in a tank, that will have much larger bubbles that dissipate far more quickly. So, as you can see, rising steadily from the centre point of the glass there. The wine, as I say, has good richness. Its acidity gives it nice length. This is a decent non-vintage champagne. Also, the point is that Sunday is Mother's Day in the US and also here in New Zealand. So just to say, happy Mother's Day to mothers all around the world. Have a good day. Bye now.